Hi there! Welcome to another lesson on matter. Now, you already know that matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Did you know that matter can also come in different shapes, sizes, textures, and colors?
Does this mean that my little kitten is matter too? What about the milk I drink and the air I breathe?
Oh, those are brilliant questions! Yes, your kitten is matter and so is the milk you drink and air that you breathe.
But milk disappears after I drink it and I cannot see air. Why do you consider them matter?
Now, there are three states of matter. Matter can exist in various forms. Matter can be solid, liquid, or gas. The cup you drink your milk with is a solid. The milk you drink is liquid, and the air you breathe is gas.
Wow, I've been doing so much with matter and I never knew. How interesting. One question, teacher. Whenever I drink soft drinks, I can see bubbles in the drink. Do those bubbles contain gas as well?
Wonderful question! Yes, you are very smart, Turbo Girl. The soft drink that you drink is liquid, whereas the gas bubbles in the drink is gas. Matter in its three states exists all around us. To help you conclude the states of matter, we have to study their shapes and volume. How can you tell if a rock is a solid? A solid is a matter that retains its shape no matter where you place it.
You're right. No matter where I place my rock, it doesn't change its shape.
Now, Turbo Girl, why don't you try squeezing your rock into a small box?
But it's impossible.
Yep, you are correct. You cannot compress a rock to make it occupy a smaller space. Therefore, we say that solid has a definite shape because a solid does not change its shape no matter where it is. A solid cannot be compressed to occupy a smaller space. Now try this. Okay, let's take a look at water.
Does water have a shape?
Well, water takes on the shape of the container that holds it. What can you say about the shape of water?
I think water does not have a definite shape because it follows the shape of the container that holds it.
You are absolutely correct.
Since I cannot see air, does this mean that air has no shape?
Well, not exactly. Let me explain this to you. Gas behaves like liquid. It takes on the space of anything that holds it. This special property of gas allows you to play with balloons of different shapes.
Now I know why I can have balloons and inflatable toys of so many different shapes.
Next, we shall take a look at the volume of matter. Volume is measured in cubic centimeters and cubic meters. Let's take a look at the volume of a solid. The volume of a solid can be measured by immersing it into a container of water and checking the rise in water level.
The water level rose by 200 cubic centimeters when I dropped my rock in. So, the volume of my rock is 200 cubic centimeters.
Right. Why don't you immerse the same rock into the beaker?
The water level rose by 200 cubic centimeters this time. The volume of my rock remains the same. I know. My rock, which is a solid, has a definite volume. But can I use two different rocks to compare instead?
I'm afraid not. For a successful experiment, certain conditions have to be kept constant. Since you are trying to find out if your rock has a definite volume, you have to make use of the same rock throughout the experiment. Now, let's take a look at the volume of a liquid. Observe the volume of the grape juice as it is being poured into different measuring cylinders.
From the experiment, I can tell that the volume of the grape juice does not change.
Yes, you are right. This means that liquid has a definite volume. Now, do you recall that solid cannot be compressed into a smaller space? We need to know if a liquid can be compressed. Here is a syringe filled with grape juice. Try to push the plunger inward.
Oh no! It refuses to budge. I can't push it inward. Now, I see. This means that liquid cannot be compressed.
Let's take a look at the volume of gas, which is very much different from solid and liquid. We shall fill a plunger with air and try to push the plunger inward.
Yes, the plunger slides in slightly.
Now, what does this tell you about the volume of air?
Does it mean that air does not have a definite volume?
Yes, you are correct. But this also tells you that air can be compressed to occupy a smaller space. Okay, why don't you try pulling the plunger outward instead?
Oh, it's easy too. The plunger slides out slightly.
Now, recall that the syringe is stoppered and no air can enter or leave the syringe. Air has a very special property. Not only can it be compressed, it can also move to occupy a larger space.
Oh, I see. So the special property of air is that its volume can be changed to occupy the container that holds it. In other words, air does not have a definite volume.
Brilliant, you are correct again. Okay, let us sum up what you have learned for matter.
Wait a minute. Can I try summing it up instead?
Sure.
Well, let me see. Matter exists in 3 different states, namely solid, liquid, and gas.
So far, so good.
A solid's shape does not change. We say it has a definite shape. A solid also has a definite volume, as it cannot be compressed to occupy a smaller space.
Now let's move on to liquids.
A liquid does not have a definite shape as it takes on the shape of any container that holds it. A liquid also has a definite volume, just like solid.
Very well, let's end it all with gases.
Oh, gas is a tricky one. It does not have a definite shape nor does it have a definite volume. A gas can be compressed to occupy a smaller space. It will also flow to occupy a larger space.
Jolly good! I'm sure you can now identify the different states of matter just by comparing its shape and volume. See you at our next lesson.